Are
Yep,
you recording?
it's recording.
Woohoo! Hi. Hey, everybody. Guess what? It's me, Crazy Keryn. Okay, and I'm going to be quite transparent. I have no idea what I wanted to share with you all this evening. My last time I did a Ho'oponopono prayer, which was really cool, which I've used. But what I ultimately decided to do was probably share a little bit about my story because we've got some new teamies in here that probably haven't heard it all. And then probably talk about my journey. Because unlike some others in the team, I'm what's called the long slow burn. I am going for the longevity, and it's been an epic personal development course for me from the start. So it's me. I'm a Kiwi girl, born and raised, but I am what's called a first generation Kiwi. I have only just figured this out probably 6 months ago. Both my parents were born on Pitcairn Island, so I am a mix of Tahitian, I'm a poly girl, and English from way back in the day. So born and raised in Wellington, and at 21 decided that I was going to vamonos overseas, do the big OE, and headed straight for the good old US of A because I had relatives there, which makes it easier. Yeah, auntie and uncle, and just thank my lucky stars for that one. You know, growing up in old Wellington, it's like you used to seeing all these amazing places on TV. Never in a million years did I expect to figure out or see the White House, take a tour of it in person. And then there's a whole bunch of other things that I have been truly, truly blessed to have seen and traveled to and taken in. Let's just say the universe works in very mysterious ways, and I ain't doubting whatever the hell it's trying to tell me, although sometimes I don't pick up from it. So obviously there's a spiritual side of me, and I am trying to do that intuition thing a bit more. So I guess what I wanted to share was life is what you make it, no matter where you are in your pinpoint of life. It is about taking the bull by the horns in that moment and literally running for it. So, growing up, lived in a very sort of little world of my own. I had, my family's great. They're cool. Island family get together, all the rest of it. Then I have the English side. And so when I left to travel overseas, I was what you would call an innocent Kiwi girl because I didn't know how the hell the world worked. Very, So this business has basically completely opened up the fucking walnut shell. Oh, geez, sorry, I swore. Walnut shell and cracked it wide open, which I think is absolutely marvelous because little did I know that when I was signing up for this business, and I was a big old skeptic, that it would open the floodgates to help me grow, from which I'm really, really grateful because over my 50 years on the planet, been through a lot of counseling because I've walked the walk as far as a lot of trauma that's come through my life. I am a victim of sexual abuse. I have also been in an abusive marriage and I've lost a child. So I'm still walking, I'm still smiling, and I'm still doing me. So if anything, this business has helped me realize and look at myself to know it ain't about the short game, it's about the long game. It's about building ourselves up. And I know that we all have really shit days sometimes, and it seems extremely like you're climbing freaking Mount Everest just to get out of one hole. And I'm here to say that you can and you will, but the important thing to remember is that it's on your own time and on your own way. You are the only one who's living your life, and you need to live it the way you need to live it, regardless of what the outside distractions may be taking place. And that includes the loved ones that we have that may or may not believe in what you are trying to do for yourself. And feel free, if anybody has any questions or wants to know anything, just put it in the chat and I'll get to it in a bit.
I have a question.
Sure.
I would love it if you would share what you meant when you said you were a skeptic when you started.
Oh, girl.
Thank you.
I didn't believe a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Nada.
And
nothing.
How long it took you to say yes?
Oh, really? Let's see. I started with the body challenge, so at least 6 months before I had the courage, and that was me just saying, fuck it. I don't know what the hell transpired in me or whatever. I know that I liked what the community had because that's what I was looking for after coming back to New Zealand. I had left my life, my friends, family, the whole fucking 9 yards. I was coming back home. So in all honesty, I was probably actually freaking lonely. I mean, I have girlfriends here, don't get me wrong, but I'm not the 21-year-old that left. I was the 46-year-old that arrived back home with a whole lot of water under my bridge. So for me, it was, something changed in that moment. I heard myself saying yes to you, thinking, what the fuck am I doing? You know, it's like mouth talking, movie rolling. And in my head, I'm like, no, you don't want to do this. What the hell? So I did. And guess what? I'm now telling you guys about it. And who knew I'd be on fucking TV, YouTube, whatever, going, hi, I'm Keryn, and this is what I do for a living. Working on that full time. So yeah, it truly is, guys, about yourself. I'm not sure where everybody is in their respective journeys, but please keep putting one foot in front of the other. I've had major face plant moments when I've gone, I can't do this. I really can't. Don't wanna act like a 2-year-old having a tantrum, throw shit all around, going, I don't want to. And that's because, that's that little thing called fear. So, instead of running, my new acronym is face everything and rise. And do what you need to do for you, even if it's just one thing, just to send that little love note to somebody, write a little comment, because we have a daily DMO. Just do that. I'm not perfect. I am still freaking challenged with inviting people, not going to lie, getting people in. But I think that's because I'm still finding my niche, my people, and I'm still peeling back my onion layers of myself doing me. And I think the one thing for me, though, is I have to be authentic, which is why I'm on here saying it's okay to have a slow burn. What else have I found in my little journey?
Can I ask another question, Keryn?
Yeah, go for it.
I think this would be really relatable to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that is, how long did it take you to get to senior partner? I know it took you a while. And what did you go through in that process mentally?
The bloody gauntlet of self-doubt and self-worth and running the thing. How long did it take me for me to get to senior partner? It was a year. It took me a whole year. So my first year was all about self-development. It was all about, I was dead set. I've been to every flipping training, not just on one night. It was on multiple nights. I turned up for events, even if I was just listening, because whatever we're going through in life at the time, you pick up different things at different trainings. So it's really important to be able to check in, and doing, little things towards yourself, because what you hear one time you might pick up some other time, you know, and it's also part of building your book of life, you know, building back what you need to do for yourself, because truly this business is all about self, even though we're in a larger community, because it's what you're building for you. So just again, keep going. You're going to have times when you're in flow completely and things are just rocking and rolling, you're riding the wave, you're doing your thing. And then there's going to be times where it's a little bit, okay, it's my time to, you know, recalibrate. And I think that's where I've been growing personally. You know, it's get in, do what I need to do. I have no idea how, but I have managed to self-qualify since I was able to. And if I look back on it, it's my customer care is huge. It's really taking care of those people who have invested in you like you've invested in them. And that's, for me, I'm a little old school. So it's about picking up the phone, even if they're in America, and figuring out time zone changes and things like that. Me personally, I love hearing people's voices. And that's probably because I've spent so long overseas, and hearing somebody's voice to me brings you more of a connection and gets you both into that heart-centeredness, and you can really hear and feel what somebody's actually saying to you when you start that. And it for me, it's just a bit more personal. But again, it's truly about finding your flow. And that's what makes us all special and unique, because we're all different. What else do I have? Done the comparison, ebb and flow. I don't know, Tam, what else do you want me to share?
I'm really pleased that you said about how you qualify your business every month. So Keryn has qualified her business for 13 months in a row. And at this point, she has one team member who's actually got more than 2 customers, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much all on her own back. So, and you know, the thing is with Keryn is she makes sure that she qualifies to 2100 every month. So even if she's got excess, she'll make sure that she gets to 2100 so she doesn't have to eat into her excess. This is commitment. This shows massive dedication and massive commitment. Can you just talk a little bit around why you do that, why that's important to you to do that?
Because I'm the schnizzle. It's me. It's all about me. I'm not relying on anybody else. This bitch has got it going on. If I can qualify myself. It's something that I like to do for myself. And then I got to be honest, for me, trying to find team at the moment has been a hella challenge, but I'm still getting there. Again, it's back to that niche thing. It's finding people that vibe with me, and me having the courage to make new friends and doing that. And that's where I'm evolving into my own dam, I guess. Yeah. I like to self-qualify purely because it's a goal that I like to have for myself. It's not huge in the scheme of things. It means that everything is ticking over, and that anybody above that is actually, it's a bonus, you know, absolute bonus to have your team on or additional customers. And it's all about helping others. That's why I joined this business. I've always been like this my entire life. More so listening with people. This is just JP's another feather in my cap, and it's about shining my light even brighter, learning how to peel off the layers of crud that society's put on me, and saying no, that no longer fits me, and releasing anything that a lot of the past stuff, you know. We're born into situations. I truly believe that we have the power within ourselves to get us to where we want and to go. and no dream is too big.
Love
You
it.
don't have to, yeah. And this business helps you plug away at that on a consistent basis. Do you fall off? Absolutely. Does life get uncontrollably turbulent? For sure. But ultimately, you gotta come back to your North Star, and your North Star will always lead you home, and home is you.
Love this, Keryn. Gold. So good.
Thank you.
So, and I'm really pleased that you said something. You've talked about team too, because I know it's been a big fear of yours, and that you talked about courage. So can you just talk a little bit about that, and what is it exactly that you're so scared of? Because I tell you what, there'll be a lot of team on here that go, okay, I get you, I'm there.
Oh, fuck, where do I start? That's a long list. Okay. Number one, belief in self. That's been rather shit of late. Number two is not remembering all the shit that I have to remember. Number three is worried about what the hell they're going to think, that I'm a salesperson and that I'm just wanting to, again, get the sale, quote unquote. What else have I been doing, which has been a fear? Oh, just not being a good enough leader. Because, I'm expecting perfection for myself. Meant to know it all, see it all, be it all, fucking bang on, be like the Linda Evans that's been in the business 12 years. Well, let me just tell you, that expectation ain't gonna come. Get rid of any expectations you have and just be you. Just be brave enough. I think lots of books, 5-second rule. Just take that breath and go 5, 4, 3, 2, type the thing, send the sucker. Because ultimately, it's not about us. It's if you hold the space. Of course, we've got the mindset thing going on. I have been doing a lot of the Bob Proctor mindset. I found a really good new one, which I must share. Paul McKeever. It's like a hypnotic one, which is wickedly cool, along the same lines, but it's hypnosis, obviously, which I've been doing both of, Bob and him. And yeah, it truly is, put your blinders on because it's your journey. No comparisons. I like to think of it as a car. Stay in your own freaking lane. You can drive as fast as you want or as slow as you want, but just stay in your own lane. Don't veer off into some sideline buddies. Don't veer off into, Lauren LaHave, Ange Simpson, Linda Everton. They're all in their own freaking mode. Tanya, they're all in their own lanes doing their shit. So just be you, because you're amazing who you are. Your light is your own special light, and it's going to attract the people that you need, and it needs to be shone. End of story. Just needs to be shone. I don't think I answered your question, Tanya. Sorry. And now I'm lost.
I love it. No, you did. You did answer my question. Okay. You did answer my question, but I do want to expand on that question that I asked. Yeah. And that is, what are you doing to step through that fear? Because that fear that you have around what will people think, and that you're just trying to sell to them, and that you're not a great leader and you're trying to be perfect and everything. Totally, I can relate to all that, and I'm sure so many other people. I saw Megan smiling when you were talking about that, so it sounds like she can relate to that. So what are you doing to step out of that? Because I know you want to. Because what's your vision is to leave work, right? To leave your day job and just do this, right?
Oh yeah, this and a lot of other things that are on my vision board. This is just one vehicle. I'm doing the multiple vehicles because I like money, not gonna lie. I want to be able to do a lot of things in life. I want to be able to write a book. I just want to have summers so I can spend 6 months in one sunny place and then come back here to one other sunny place. I want to property develop the whole 9 yards, and this is a vehicle for it. When you have that residual income, you can start everything comes together. Shit, what was your question? What am I doing? Right. I may not be a step, but it's a big toe that's moving forward. When I say big toe, it means that I'm actually doing a job advertisement. I'm actually doing one of those, although Facebook keeps flipping rejecting me and denying me on that shit. But I will get through it. It just means that I have to, okay, denied this once, I need to redo the verbiage. And it ain't rocket science. It's just finding an advert that works. This one was Kat's one that she did, and I don't know what I did, but I am just facing, rising up above. And I think if anything, it's putting myself first and being disciplined about it. There is a certain sense of self-discipline that you must have, and it's for yourself. And for 47 years on the planet, I have always put other people first, and I have put myself on the back burner. And I think that's where I have fallen over a lot in life, because in doing that for everybody else, I've lost me and who I am. So it was a committed decision to myself that I'm going to go for this. It's a committed decision that every day I'm going to, do something toward the business. Now, we all know having team is more beneficial. It's about working smarter, not harder. So the smarter way to do this is to have those conversations with the people. If they say yes, fabulous. If they say no, that's fine. They're just not ready. It's not about us. They're not ready for it. Because I've had quite a few warm market friends who need jobs and that kind of thing, but it's just not, and who have said, oh yeah, love what you're doing and everything else, but have said no. So it's not a personal attack on me, and that's what I've got to, and that's probably what's helping me move through things, is that it's about them. It's all about them. And that's okay.
I think it's turning 30, you get to the point where you accept everything. That's just the way it is. It is how it is. And it's
glad you took 20 years off my life. I'm all good with that.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I agree. Has anyone got any questions for Keryn either?
Yeah, because I'm talking a lot. Holy hell.
Yeah. Okay, just pop them in the chat if you do have any questions for her. You're doing great, Keryn. You're doing amazing. See, she's a born speaker, this woman.
So, yeah, tips and tricks. So what I've learned, just keep doing something every day. I'm not going to regurgitate everything. We have the 25-day challenge, has amazing posts, scripts, all that kind of stuff that you use. Find somebody in our Juice Plus crew who just set you on fire, and follow them, because it's contagious. Their energy is contagious, and you've got to surround yourself with positive people. And if that means you have to let go and spend less time with the crew that you went to primary school with or whatever else, let it go, because they're not the ones who are fueling your dreams. I really love Ange Simpson. She just rocks my boat. And then I think Alice Williams on Monday night, she was really cool. So it's just following along. Be willing to try new things, and yeah, don't set yourself limitations. It's really the main thing. Be limitless. There we go. Be limitless. All right, Tans.
Any other
questions?
That's
me.
Yeah, you're amazing, girl.
Well, thanks.
You're amazing. You really are. No, you totally are. The other thing I want to ask is, what is it that keeps you here?
Oh, it's always been the community for me. It's community and helping others. It's I like it. It's like coaching. Always wanted to do that. It's helping people find their true selves and allowing them the space to grow. You know, it's just beautiful. Hashtag priceless.
Yeah. Do you remember the first conversation that we had around the business? And because I remember how freaked out you were, and I think it took quite a few conversations. Keryn kept coming back and having conversations with me about it. It was so cute. And I remember that one of the conversations was about how this is essentially coaching. Because that's what you wanted to do. You were so keen. I'm like, well, this is pretty much what I do all day. And that's what brought you in, wasn't it? That's what pushed it over for you.
The coaching thing started a long time ago in the US. And at the time I got put off by a girlfriend. He said, oh, you don't want to do that. You can't do that. There's too many. And I listened. But that's where I was at the time. That's my space. And I think there was probably a little bit of jealousy involved as well. So it's okay. I'm going to get there one way or another. And in my own time, I think, I like to think, I know now, excuse me, I'm doing it very organically. The growth is organic. And you've just, be like water, because still water will always find its own way. It will smooth out rocks till it comes the way it needs to come. So just go with the flow, as long as you're actioning and being proactive with your dreams and what you want to go. We all know there's a roadmap, there's a blueprint that we have. Find what works with you and just go for it and learn every day.
Love it, honey. I think I'm the only one asking questions tonight.
I know, they were quiet. What the heck?
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you another question. So
okay.
this rock star works full time, right? And we know that she hates her job.
Yep.
So, and I know that you have a busy life. So what do you do? Can you tell us a little bit about how do you fit in your business? When do you fit your business in?
I'm an early bird. So I like to get things done in the morning before I get up at 5. So I'm rocking and rolling and I start work at 7:30. So I do it then. I also do work during my lunch hours, and then in the evening times, I'm holding training this evening and being on events, and I just fit the shit in. You fit it in, I'm not perfect. So there are days when I'm just like, and I'll do one little thing and that makes me feel better, so I still do it. But yeah, I fit it in with the full job and with my family and looking for a new job and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're amazing.
At the moment, this can't, it's not sustainable for me to do it full time.
Yeah.
I just need to grow it a bit more.
So what's your non-negotiable, Keryn?
Oh, my non-negotiable.
Your daily non-negotiable. What is the one thing that you will always do no matter what? You won't go to sleep without doing it.
Oh, that's all my DMO. That's 5 connects, meaning hellos, how are you, actual conversations with people. That is posting on Facebook, be it a live, be it on your landing page, that kind of thing. And I'm ramping it up because I do want team to include that really thing I'm scared of, and that's reaching out to people. And so I'm doing that, and also having more conversations in chat groups. I've been really challenged trying to find stuff that I like to do for me, what I love. And you know how they say to go in and find chat groups and stuff like that. So that's been a work in progress where it's been a little bit slower, but I am ramping that back up to just do it.
Inviting, that's your thing that's been really hard, is
inviting, connecting with new people and inviting.
Yeah. Good, you're working on that. So there's 2 questions. Sarah and Megan have asked you a question.
Oh, Sarah, all the time. And then I saw Linda Everden's training where she put on a baseball hat, a sun hat, eyeglasses, everything else, had the cell phone, blah, blah, blah. What I have done is made sure that I schedule my time in, literally, and for myself. And when I know that my cup is up here and I'm about to go Mount Vesuvius ballistic, which I'm an Aries, so I do that really well. I just scale it back. I do more self-care until I'm back in balance.
So just for the recording, I just want to say that the question was, have you ever felt overwhelmed? So that's what Keryn's talking about.
So yes.
Yeah.
And that's one of my things I am working on, being stronger at not becoming. It's practice, because I've had 50 years on the planet of overwhelm and doing everything for everybody else. So self-care is huge. And that's where you need to find what floats your boat, what gets your vibration up, what keeps you humming. And hell, to be nice to yourself. You've really got to be really, really kind to you. We are so flipping good at human beings at being really mean, that, you know, that voice in your head to yourself. So it's learning to control that. And that's done through meditations, that's done through journaling, it's done through just breath work, being heart centered. Even if you're sitting on the couch, you know, put your hand over your heart, close your eyes, and just breathe it back into you. Tell me what is qualifying and how to keep yourself qualified. Woo, child. Okay, I'm an SP and proud of it. Have been here for a while. What is qualifying? Qualifying is when our benchmark at the moment for JP is having 2,100 points in the ticking over in your account each month. Now, for me, because I have team, but I'm working on widening that structure. That means having customers who are, if they're new, having new customers come in, because they obviously make up part of your 2,100 points. Or, thankfully for me, all of my customers are repeat customers. So they are constantly renewing their quote unquote orders every 4 months. And that's how I keep myself qualified. My goal is to keep on doing that myself. So when I need, you know, if I see that I'm low, then I make sure that I get out and get my hustle on and get my connections ticking over and people, you know, investing in themselves.
Yeah. Like you are a little this month.
You know, yeah, and I fixed that.
Yeah. And I think this would be a really good time to mention, Keryn, about, you know, the reason why you got Rookie of the month last year, the first time that you qualified your business. So, Keryn, you just want to talk to them about how you got yourself qualified, because my God, this girl, when she's on a mission, she bloody achieves what she sets out to do. It's like,
that was like,
I don't know whether I know it's an Aries thing, but it's also a Keryn thing. So do you want to talk about what you did to qualify your business?
Oh yeah, that was suddenly, Tans is like, you're this close to it. I think it was, what was it, April or May or something last year? Yeah. It was 2 days before the end of the month. And 13 months.
And you needed about 3 or 4 orders or something. Yeah.
Actually, because I ended up with, I needed a shit ton of orders. So, like I said, for me, it's hearing voices. So what I did, I got on the phone and I used the adage that's like, hey, you know, I'm working on my business, blah, blah, blah. Can you please help? Would you be able to help me out? This is an amazing product. I would truly appreciate it. And just have those conversations with people, and they're like, yeah, sure. So a lot of this business is about who you are as a person. That's where the trust comes in. These people have conversations, and they will go the extra 9 yards to make sure that you're happy. And that's why we are building relationships with people. It's trusting in who they're talking to. And I have had 3 of my customers last month say to me, the only reason we are doing this is because of you. It's not because of what you're posting. It's not because of what you've told me or what you've sent me. It's because of you. So this is very much just be your true, authentic self. So that's what I did. I picked up the phone. I called everybody I knew, and they all basically said yes. Not all of them, my aunt's not on it anymore, but she at least did it, and that's okay. She tried it. Not her jam. All good. I'm just thankful that she did at the time.
It was amazing. It was up to the last second, and I think Keryn missed out by 1 order because she went in just a few minutes over the cutoff time, which is such a shame. So I think it was probably about January last year, because you've been qualified for every month for 13 months in a row. So yeah, or maybe just February or something.
Pipped at the post by bloody Memphis timing.
No, and then she got it the next month. So. So, and I think, Megan, while you ask about qualifying, so, Keryn explained it a little bit, but something about qualifying is that it brings you in an extra 2% and 3% on your entire team and all of your customers and everything. So it pays you a lot more. It gives you something that's a lot more stable as in an income. So once you get to senior partner, in your next month, you're actually eligible to qualify your business. And it's dollars, so it's $2,100 going through your
Sorry, my bad.
dollars. So it's the actual money that's going through your business every month. That's what qualifying is. So we're getting you to senior partner this month, so that means next month you'll be able to qualify your business.
Woohoo! Go Megan! Yeah.
The smart way of doing it is by bringing on team, because whatever your team are doing, like with Sumit, whatever he does is going to help you qualify as well. It's just that when you self-qualify, so there's a difference between qualifying your business and self-qualifying your business. Self-qualifying is when it's only, you're qualifying just on your own customers. So you've got at least 20 customers and you're going through in your business on your customer list. And then if you're qualifying your business without self-qualifying, you're using your partners and your partner pluses as well. Okay, get that? Cool. Well, what's the podcast question there? Is it a question, Megan, or not? No? No. Okay, cool.
Anywho.
Thank you so much, Keryn. Anything else you want to share before we go, honey? I know you've been talking for ages and you've done so well. Love it. So proud of you. Just saying.
Thanks for the prompting. Appreciate it. Anything else? If all else fails, just believe in you. And if it's really, really challenging and tough, reach out. There is nothing wrong with being vulnerable and asking questions. Even if they're the same question over and over again until you get it in your head. Ask questions. But just be your true, authentic self, because that's what the world is needing. And there are people out there that are going to just work for you.
Love it. Perfect. What a great way to end. Thank you, darling. Wasn't she amazing?
Welcome, guys.
Have a great evening, everybody.
You too.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Sorry I was so on and off, but yeah, thanks for that, for what I got.
Oh, thanks for jumping on, Kat. Appreciate it. It's all good. Good to see you.
I just wasn't feeling the vibes at home and was determined to find somewhere else.
Oh, hey, that's dedication. Love the integrity. Love, love, love. Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye, honey.
All right.
See you on the Zoom.
Bye.
Bye-bye.